Stripes, the 1981 comedy classic directed by Ivan Reitman, is not only celebrated for its hilarious antics and memorable characters, but also for the plethora of fun and fascinating behind-the-scenes facts that often go unnoticed by casual viewers. Join Facts Verse as we present his most iconic line in Stripes was totally improvised. If this classic war movie leaves you wanting to try your hand at high-stakes military strategy, then you'll want to check out the sponsor of this video, Conflict of Nations. Conflict of Nations is a free, online PvP strategy game. You choose a real country to lead during World War III, while you fight up to 128 other players in real-time tactical combat. These games can take weeks to complete, allowing for deep levels of strategic planning. You're in control of the strategy. Choose to forge alliances with other players, or declare war on your neighbors to take over the world. Conflict of Nations is available on both PC and mobile devices, and you can play with the same account across all devices. If you click the link in the description, you can start playing today and get an exclusive gift, which includes 13,000 gold and a 1-month premium subscription for free. Bill Murray's improvised dialogue. Bill Murray's improv skills played a significant role in shaping the character of John Winger in Stripes. One of the most memorable lines from the movie, "That's the fact, Jack," was actually improvised by Murray during filming. His ability to ad-lib added spontaneity and humor to many scenes throughout the film, contributing to its comedic success. Murray's improvisation not only added depth to his character, but also infused the movie with a unique energy that resonated with audiences and has become a defining aspect of his performance in Stripes. Chevy Chase's rejection. Chevy Chase was initially approached to play the lead role of John Winger, but turned it down, paving the way for Bill Murray to take on the iconic role. While Chase's comedic talent could have brought a different dynamic to the character, Murray's portrayal ultimately became synonymous with the film's success. Harold Ramis's dual role. Harold Ramis not only portrayed the character of Russell Ziskey in Stripes, but he also co-wrote the screenplay for the film. His involvement in both aspects of the production allowed him to bring a unique perspective to the project, shaping both the narrative and his character's development. As a co-writer, Ramis contributed to the film's witty dialogue and comedic moments, while his performance as Ziskey added depth and humor to the ensemble cast. Authentic military vehicles. The military vehicles featured in Stripes were not props but real vehicles borrowed from the National Guard. This authenticity lent an air of realism to the film's military scenes, enhancing the overall immersive experience for audiences. By using genuine military equipment, the filmmakers were able to create more convincing action sequences and portrayals of military life. John Candy's ad-libbed survival. John Candy's character, Dewey Oxburger, was originally intended to die during the parachute scene in Stripes. However, Candy ad-libbed his survival, much to the surprise of the filmmakers. His decision to improvise his character's fate not only added an unexpected twist to the scene, but also allowed Ox to continue contributing to the comedic dynamic of the group throughout the rest of the film. Candy's quick thinking and comedic instincts showcased his talent as an improvisational actor and added an element of spontaneity to his performance. The addition of the mud wrestling scene. The infamous mud wrestling scene in Stripes was not originally part of the script, but was added in after producers saw the chemistry between the female cast members during auditions. Recognizing the potential for humor and entertainment, the filmmakers decided to incorporate the scene into the film, showcasing the characters' wild antics and adding a touch of risque humor. The mud wrestling scene provided a memorable moment in the movie and also highlighted the camaraderie and playful rivalry among the characters. Actors undergoing basic training. To prepare for their roles, many of the actors in Stripes underwent basic training with a real drill sergeant. This immersive experience allowed the cast to gain insight into military life and develop a deeper understanding of their characters. By undergoing training together, the actors forged bonds and camaraderie similar to that of their characters on screen. The rigorous training regimen also helped the cast embody the physicality and discipline required of soldiers, adding realism to their portrayals. The accidental crash scene. During filming, the scene where the EM-50 urban assault vehicle crashes into a Czechoslovakian building was an actual accident. However, instead of reshooting the scene, the filmmakers decided to keep it in the film because it looked so authentic. The unplanned nature of the crash added a sense of realism and spontaneity to the action sequence, further immersing audiences in the chaos of the moment. Tensions between cast and director. Tensions arose on the set of Stripes between the cast, particularly Bill Murray and Harold Ramis, and director Ivan Reitman. Murray and Ramis clashed with Reitman over the tone of the film and creative decisions, leading to disagreements and strained relationships behind the scenes. This friction stemmed from differing visions for the movie and conflicting approaches to comedy and storytelling. Despite the challenges, the cast and director ultimately worked through their differences to deliver a film that resonated with audiences and became a classic comedy staple. Unpermitted filming. The scene in Stripes where John Winger and Russell Ziskey steal the EM-50 urban assault vehicle was filmed without permits, causing chaos on the streets of New York. The filmmakers opted to shoot the scene guerrilla style, capturing the action in real locations without official authorization. This decision added an element of excitement and unpredictability to the filming process, but it also posed logistical challenges and risks. Despite the lack of permits, the filmmakers managed to complete the scene successfully, showcasing their resourcefulness and commitment to capturing authentic and dynamic footage for the film. Improvised psycho scene. One of the memorable scenes in Stripes is when the soldiers discuss their favorite sexual positions, reminiscent of a scene from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. The scene was entirely improvised by the actors, adding more humorous spontaneity to the film. John Larroquette's wig. John Larroquette, who portrayed Captain Stillman, wore a wig for his role because he had shaved his head for another film. This decision to use a wig allowed Larroquette to maintain continuity with his character's appearance while accommodating his involvement in multiple projects at the same time. Despite the behind-the-scenes necessity, Larroquette's wig became an incidental aspect of his portrayal of Captain Stillman, adding a distinctive visual element to the character. Lighten Up Francis catchphrase. One of the most iconic lines from Stripes is "Lighten Up Francis," uttered by Sergeant Hulka, played by Warren Oates. This line became a catchphrase after the film's release, resonating with audiences and even being used as the title of a 1985 comedy album by the band The Dead Milkmen. The popularity of the line highlights its impact on pop culture and its enduring legacy beyond the film itself. Creation of the fictional country of Courtenay. Originally, the script for Stripes called for the characters to go to war in Czechoslovakia. However, objections from the country's embassy led to the creation of the fictional country of Courtenay. This creative decision allowed the filmmakers to maintain the narrative integrity while avoiding potential diplomatic complications. Brian Doyle Murray's role. Brian Doyle Murray, Bill Murray's brother, had a small role in Stripes as a psychiatric patient. His brief appearance added a familial connection to the film, showcasing the Murray brothers' comedic chemistry on screen. While his role may have been minor, his presence in the film contributed to its overall comedic dynamic. Inspiration for John Candy's character. John Candy's character, Dewey Oxburger, was inspired by a real person that Candy knew in Toronto. Drawing from personal experiences and observations, Candy infused his portrayal of Ox with authenticity and warmth, capturing the essence of his real-life counterpart. Deleted subplot involving a spy ring. During the editing process, several scenes were cut, including a subplot involving a spy ring at the military base. While details about this deleted subplot are scarce, its removal from the film suggests that the filmmakers prioritized pacing and cohesion in the final edit. Now it's time to hear from you. Which fact was most surprising to hear about? Who was your favorite character in Stripes? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks again to our sponsor, Conflict of Nations. Engage in epic battles and take over the world. Click the link in the description to start playing today and get your exclusive gift, which includes 13,000 gold and a 1-month premium subscription for free.